Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you back to Tabletop Simulator and Star Wars Rebellion. The first couple turns of the game have seen the rebels establish an additional foothold on Mon Calamari with their rebel base on Dantooine. And they slowly start spreading out to other planets in the galaxy. However, the Empire has grown in fleet power and is starting to grab some of the other planets. Unfortunately, for us, being the Rebellion at the moment, they haven't come anywhere near Dantooine. But they're only 2 jumps away. If they get any inkling that we might be on Dantooine, we could be in a bit of trouble. So, we need to decide what our missions are. Here are our... Oh, if we kill 3 health of ground units in a combat, we get a reputation. Or you get one if every populous system in a region has rebel loyalty. Intriguing. So, what kind of missions would we like to run today? Okay, Incite Rebellion would be a pretty big move because I can use Mon Mothma to make sure I don't fail it. I have to kill 3 health of enemy units. Taking Mandalore from right under them is actually pretty tempting. So we're going to go ahead and use that card. And we're going to assign Mon Mothma to it. I might want to assign a second leader to it, which would be a bit of a giveaway, but that's fine. I'm going to assign General Reed. No, I can assign the leader after the fact. Because she can't command ground troops. So I can assign another leader then if I want to. We definitely want to get Obi-Wan back. Oh, you know what? You can always assign more than one leader to a system as long as they're not, like, moving troops. So I could just go rescue Obi-Wan, and then I could use him as our ground general. That's actually perfect. So we're going to pick... Ooh, stolen plans. Very nice. We're going to do Daring Rescue with the Wookieest of Wookiees. I think he can do that one, right? It takes punching, right? No, it doesn't. It does not take punching. Okay. That is problematic. It means I'm going to have to find another leader there who is good at intelligence. Which I guess is Yon Dondana. So we're going to assign 2 leaders to this mission. And we do have an issue, which is that I only have 2 leaders left, and I would love to actually keep some in reserve. But I also really want loyalty in another system, so we can try to work on this one. So if I do take Mandalore, then all I'd have to do is get Malister to be loyal, and I would actually accomplish that. I think that is extremely worth attempting. So we're going to do Build Alliance with Leia. And we're going to do that Malister. So that's my game plan as the Rebellion. We're going to hit these 2 systems with everything we've got. Hopefully we win this battle in Mandalore and take it from... Oh, wait, it's got loyalty. Oh, so I can't even incite rebellion there, can I? It has to be subjugated. Damn it. So new plan then. Oh my gosh, really? I was hoping I could kill 3 units, is the thing. Boy, I'm not going to win that fight. Not in Sullust. Also, like, I could do it in Mustafar, and that's still a handy system to have. But if I don't kill 3 health of units, then I don't get to use Crippling Blow. Yeah, that's kind of not helpful. Where else do they have Subjugation? I mean, the alternative is... Oh, man. The alternative is... we do, like, a full-scale assault on Mandalore using that Rebel base card. I could take the Rebel transport and 3 Rebel troopers and hit Mandalore. And then my whole strategy can still work. No, I'd have to have them gain 1 loyalty. Loyalty. I'd have to basically need to gain 2 loyalty to take Mandalore over. I'm really doing it so I can punch out these 3 guys. I mean, I could attack Rhodia. It's not going to be easy because ATSTs do red damage, but they also only roll red damage. So maybe that's actually my play, is take Rhodia. Oh, please put these forces on the actual planet just so I don't miss them again. We have to do a second attack. I mean, then we could use the free thing on Ryloth, and then we could just take Geonosis later on. Let's try it. We're just going to attack Rhodia instead. And that's fine. Yeah, this will work. I have assigned all of my leaders. So we definitely want to start on the Super Star Destroyer. That is a pretty cool thing to have. Ooh, Lure of the Dark Side is really strong. Oh man, turning Obi-Wan to the dark side is pretty incredible. But I'm gonna get to keep this card, right? It doesn't like hurt anything. Alright, so I'm gonna take some with logistics and we're gonna start on the Super Star Destroyer. Who's got logistics? Literally General Tog. Fine. I love Lure of the Dark Side. I just don't think this is the time to do it. Because yes, I would get 5 if I used the Emperor. But I can look at Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan would get 4 dice. Plus, I know the Rebels get to go first, and there's lots of chance they could just go rescue him, and then Lure the Dark Side just wouldn't get used. Interrogation's not that great. Gather intel is decent. Let's do capture rebel operative. It's always useful to get like another officer in case they do break someone free. We're gonna assign Boba Fett to that. Two more project cards could be pretty handy. I want to be able to start firing the Death Star. But I don't have anyone else as logistics, do I? Annoying. Oh, no, I do. I have Tarkin. So we'll use Tarkin to do some secret weapons research. This leaves me with 3 leaders that I can use to oppose the rebels and move fleets. We definitely want to make a run for Naboo. I think. Maybe take Nal Hutta. We have plenty of options here. Just take Toydaria because they can't be resisted. So they're done. Alright, rebels. Well, the first things first. We're going to send Chewie. And Dodonna to go rescue Obi-Wan Kenobi. If I succeeded a mission in the system, then I can automatically rescue it. Oh, so it has to be a rescue mission. Okay. Well, anyway. They could use the Emperor. No, they're going to use... Do they want to use Yularen to oppose it? Or would they rather just Obi-Wan get free? Because then they can capture him again. Because the thing is, Obi-Wan is really easy for them to capture. Yeah, let's go bust out Obi-Wan. Because we don't know, obviously, what the Empire's planning. And so that was successful. Now, the Empire could just go capture Obi-Wan again, but I'm kind of curious as to what the Rebels are going to plan next. And plus, there's always the temptation to grab Mon Mothma because... Or Obi-Wan. And I can always capture him later, right? I don't have to do it right now. We're going to go ahead and start on the Super Star Destroyer. It has to have a blue square. Oh dear. I don't have any worlds with a blue square. Oh no, I can, because the resource icon is still there even if it's sabotaged, but I don't... I don't think I can do that yet. That's okay. We'll just have to re-reveal it later. So then the first things first, we need to actually take a system that would qualify. The thing is there's only 4, and the Rebels have... There's only 3 systems that have it, and the Rebels have 2 of them. With Utapau and Mon Calamari. And I don't have a way to get rid of the sabotage for Corellia yet. So that one might actually just not get played. Because I don't have a way to get to Mon Calamari, do I? I really don't. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. So that basically means that I have to send forces from Sullust to take Utapau if I'm ever going to use that, because that's the easiest one for us to take. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play a Leador. Colonel Yularen to be specific, and we're going to come up to Naboo. So we're going to take the whole gang with us except for... I'm just going to take the Stormtrooper. Unless they get some sort of... huge military presence, then that's not likely to matter. We know the base isn't in Naboo now. So we can drop that. And that concludes their turn. Oh, I never hit turn complete, did I? So I should go turn complete, back to the rebels. Now this is where the rebels launch their attack on Rhodia. So we're going to flip over Mon Mothma. Oh, sorry, I didn't put you both over here. So we're going to come over to Rhodia. And do they have anyone with intel that could help resist it? The Emperor could. But I really need to get my fleets moving. That's actually a little bit more important than just stopping them from fighting us, especially in a fight that we might win anyway. So they're going to go ahead and let it happen, and then that's going to make 3 rebel troopers. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So the question is actually, do the Imperial send a general here to fight? And I don't think that they do. I don't think it's worth it to them. Rhodia only lets you make troopers. And they don't know what they're trying to do, right? So yeah, they're going to say, yeah, we're fine.
They're in position. I'm going to cut across the axis and try and draw their fire.
And then we do need to commit a leader. And so we commit General Regan. Because you can't even attack, I don't think, if you don't have a leader, right? No, not in Naboo. It should have been in Rhodia, sorry. There we go. I just need to really quickly check the rules. I can't remember if it's... leaders can't fight battles without tactics values, or they can't move without tactics values. So let me look at command phase. Let me look at activating systems then. Sorry. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that you can't. Can be activated. You can't move out. Here we go. It doesn't have tactics, so it can't activate a system. So that actually means I don't have to use Regan, but I really want to make sure that we win this battle if we can manage it. So then it is definitely worth it to us. Regan's going to get not 1, but 2 tactics cards. And the Imperial player can't have any because they don't have a leader. So, ground dice generated. Ground dice generated. Any cards they want to play beforehand. Well, bombardment's just useless. So we're going to hit roll. And we're going to hit roll. Okay, special and blank do nothing for them. So get damage and get damage. We did get a direct hit, which means we can damage the ATST. And we're going to kill their Stormtrooper. In retaliation, they're going to kill one of those. I can re-roll, though. So I think I'm going to use Concentrate Fire, and I'm going to re-roll this other hit here. And see if we can't get a direct hit. I might as well. There's no real downside from doing it. Because I'm making another direct hit. I didn't. Oh well. So now we clear unused damage. Sorry, wait, resolve. And resolve. And clear. Clear and clear. Now, very important. The Empire could retreat. They have to commit a leader, but they could retreat. The question is whether they consider it worth preserving, especially when there's still a reasonable chance they might actually win the fight. And I think the answer to them is no. I don't think it's a worthwhile use of their leader to just save one ATST. Just gonna keep on rolling. Okay, we get a hit and a special. Unfortunately, I don't have any ships in the system, so bombardment is useless. So I'm gonna draw a ground tactic card. And onslaught would have been great if I'd gotten it, which I didn't. So they do one hit with their black dice. And annoyingly, I didn't get a hit. So I don't do any damage to them. And resolve. And clear. And clear. It's time for some new dice, y'all. Okay, special. I play Onslaught. And we murder the face out of the ATST. That's exactly the card we needed. They don't do any damage to me. And so we apply damage to the ATST. They resolve the damage. And we have won the battle. Note that it is just neutral. It is not loyal to the rebels, but I will take that, quite frankly. And when do I play this? Oh, so then I can play this instantly. Say I got crippling blow. Oh no, sorry. Here. Wait, no. Yeah, that just goes... I'm just going to put it in the missions discard. There we go. That gets me another reputation. So, turn complete. So I can't use Tarkin. I can just choose not to reveal the mission. It just gets put back into my hand. I could easily capture Obi-Wan again. Or I could capture Chewie. And because you can't have rings, I think that means they'd actually lose the Millennium Falcon. Oh ho ho, delightfully devilish, Seymour. But it is a punchy mission. And Chewie is pretty good at those. So maybe not such a great choice. I could get Obi-Wan. I could get Mon Mothma. Oh, if I took Mon Mothma, she'd lose C-3PO. That is worth the price of admission, quite frankly. So we're going to go ahead and reveal Boba Fett. And he is going to capture Mon Mothma.
There's one. Set for stun.
No, not you. I'm gonna hit succeeded again. Oh, I can't. Where's the capturing ring? It is in one of these boxes here. Here we go.
There's one. Set for stun.
And there we go. Mon Mothma has been captured, and she loses the C-3PO ring because you can only have one ring attached to a player. I believe that is accurate. Yep. And so there we go. Mon Mothma has been captured once again. And that concludes the turn of the Imperial player. It's Rebel time. So we're going to reveal Princess Leia, and she's going to build an alliance, and she is going to target... Oh, she could actually gain loyalty in Rhodia. That's not a terrible choice. Like, Ryloth is fine. But Rhodia increases the chances she'll actually succeed. So she's going to go to Rhodia. And the Empire has to decide, do they want to resist with the Emperor, or do they want to keep moving units? And again, in the grand scheme of things, losing Rhodia doesn't hurt them. So they're going to say, go for it. And then it becomes Rebel loyalty. Very nice. And that ends the turn of the Rebel player. So, next up, we're going to use... not you. Because I still don't have a system like that. Although we will, once we go to Utapau. We're going to go ahead and have Emperor Palpatine. Like, this force on Corellia is not really doing anybody any good. But I can't take a planet because I don't have any units there, so I don't really want to move that fleet. Oh, I could pull lots of units into Mallister and make it an Imperial control planet. That'd be pretty good. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to use the Emperor. And remember, it's like a vacuum cleaner, right? So that means everybody gets to come along if they want to. So we're going to pull the Star Destroyer and all the TIE Fighters over. We're going to pull a second Star Destroyer and all the TIE Fighters. And we're going to pull the AT-AT and these units over here. And there is no Rebel base in Mallister. We already knew that, but it's still nice to know. Turn complete. The Rebels have no leaders left, so they have to pass. At this point, we reveal this mission. I get to draw 2 project cards. You can do it in any Imperial... Oh, sorry. He has to be in the same system as Mon Mothma. And then he goes to any Imperial system. Let's do it on Coruscant. Make it easy. Gets 2 project cards. All right. Oh yeah. That's pretty bonkers. Knowing that, I probably want to... Oh, that would make Bespin loyal? Or Mustafar loyal? Oh, so you destroy a planet and then some other planet in the region becomes loyal. Oh my god, that would be such a waste. But it would be so funny. We're gonna move it to Endor. Oh, fuck you, Endor. Fuck you in particular. And then we can make Mustafar loyal to the Empire next turn. Because I don't have an appropriate system, I don't think... You know what? I'm going to look at the errata here. Nope. Let me see here. Okay, if it doesn't use the word build or destroy, it's unaffected by sabotage markers. Perfect. Well, I'm pretty sure that one does not say it has build or destroy. Super Star Destroyer. Where are you, my chum? Oh, there you are. Hello there. General Destroy Novi. That now concludes the turn of the Imperial player. Doesn't have any leaders left, doesn't want to do anything else. Turn complete, pass. Refresh phase. Can the rebels play their last objective card? My friends, they cannot do so just yet. Because they don't have any region that has all the pop systems are loyal to the rebellion. If they got Ryloth and Geonosis, maybe. And that's definitely possible, but it's going to require some pretty lucky card plays. So they say no. Leaders come home. Oh, the Empire has too many cards. Right. Construct Factory is actually not that great. But I mean, it's way to get rid of a sabotage marker, so that's something. Let's get rid of address delays. It's not that great a card. Okay, we get to recruit, which is very, very good for the rebellion. We can get Admiral Akbar, or we can get Lando Calrissian. Place on any system must remove all of his ground units from the system to any one Imperial system of his choice, ignoring adjacency and transfer capacity. That's pretty great, actually. That's a really sneaky way, if we have another card that lets us move units, to live to subjugation in a system. It's a Trap is also good, though. And we don't have a great space leader right now. So I think we're going to take Admiral Akbar. It's a snack. Who can they recruit? They can do Soontir Fel, or they can just get another card to use. It's that one. These are actually both pretty decent. I'm actually going to take this one. Plus it gets us another leader, and that's almost always what you want to do. Done. Okay, build phase time. I definitely want a Y-Wing and an X-Wing. That's for sure. Oh, and Mon Calamari, you can make an X-Wing, and we're going to hit build. Oh, I literally can't have that many Mon Calamari cruisers. Whoops. So I'm just gonna delete those. They just don't happen. Because you can never have more than 3 Mon Calamari cruisers. So that's cool. And you're just gonna hit build. Alright, now we get to deploy some stuff, and that's very, very good news. First things first, we need to make sure that Mon Calamari is well defended, so we're going to put one of our cruisers there, and we're going to put the Corvette there. Next, if we're going to be taking Geonosis, we're going to need some ground troops, and we're going to need some ability to move them. So I'm going to put a Mon Cala cruiser on Rhodia. And did I get an airspeeder? I did not. That's annoying. And we'll put a Rebel Trooper on Rhodia. Then I'm going to put the last Mon Calamari cruiser and the... the Corellian Corvette in the Rebel base. Okay. We're going to put 2 Rebel Troopers on Nalhada. Make that a bit more difficult to capture. We're going to put 2 Rebel Troopers on Kashyyyk. I think that's wise. And then I've got 2 X-Wings and a Y-Wing. Let's put 2 X-Wings around Utapau. And let's put this last Y-Wing... If I try to put it in the Rebel base, will that stop me? Yep, you can put as many units as you want to in the Rebel base, because it doesn't count as a system officially. Okay. I do have some units to deploy, which is great news. I'm getting sick of the Rebels' shit. So we're going to go ahead and put the Star Destroyer... Oh! That would instantly start a combat. Then I guess we'd better put in a TIE fighter too. Two stormtroopers on Naboo. An ATST and a stormtrooper go to Mallister. And the final ATST goes to Mandalore. And let me actually see something. I wonder if I can't build there. Build units here. I need to look at deploy units. That's right. Oh, any of its enemy's ships are ground units. Okay, then that explains that. So instead we're going to place both of these I want to put you around... Nope, I can't put you in Mandalore either. That's annoying. Well, let's do Bothawi then. That's not terrible. It still gets us in a position where we can, like, push forward and take some systems if we need to. So that's cool. We're gonna hit Imperial Deployment Complete. Mandalore blocked by rebels, is it? Oh, you know what? It sure is. Thank you for reminding me. And I can't put him in Salukami either. Man, that's annoying as shit. Sullust, I guess. Okay, time to assign some missions. What did we get? If we can kill a Super Star Destroyer, we can actually get a reputation. Is there one we can snipe? Okay, so it can't contain an Imperial unit. Ah. So we did that, we couldn't attack until next turn. That is annoying. That's quite annoying here. Okay, getting the objective card is pretty great. So we're definitely gonna do that with Obi-Wan. That's a given. I don't want to do Mon Cala Cruiser versus Star Destroyer and TIE Fighter. I don't see us winning that battle. Are there neighboring naval forces we could bring to bear? There really aren't. Okay. Man, if we could take Saleucami somehow, that would be a pretty big deal in my opinion. Pretty big deal. I need to get these X-Wings somewhere where they can actually do some good at some point, but for right now, I'm not that fussed by it. Wait, what? How did the Imperial player get... Okay, I'm very badly confused. Oh, it gave both of us 2. I see. Alright, well, don't do that, game. Did that happen twice? Because I should not have... Oh no, I guess it does. I guess I've just had a lot of project cards. Okay. Oh no, here's the other 2. Yep, that's my mistake. It automatically draws it for both of them because we're considered to basically be the same player. And shuffle. There we go. Oh, and I didn't look at my probe cards as the Empire either. Geonosis and Alderaan. Well, I mean, I kind of already knew about that. Geonosis, what with me having troops there. But it's good to know that Alderaan isn't the rebel base. Aren't I missing some probe cards? No, we just started turn 4. Okay, we're good. We are good. I definitely want to build an alliance here. That goes kind of without saying, but... Where? There, oh there has my little dog gone. Like, we're gonna nuke Endor, right? That's happening, and then that's gonna turn Mustafar loyal to the Empire. So that's pretty great. That's going to be something that the Empire is going to do. Let's use Leia to get some stolen plans. The only way this has a snowball's chance of happening, of us killing the Star Destroyer, is if we attack it first thing. And then, even if we somehow survive against... Let's compare them, right? Mon Calamari Cruiser has 4 health, 2 red dice, and 1 black die. Star Destroyer is 2 red dice, 1 black die, and 4 health. So they're basically the exact same thing. Attempt in any system that doesn't contain an Imperial unit. So, if I'm the Rebel player, how much is it worth to me? Yeah, see, I don't like our chances here, to be honest. I don't love our chances of being able to take Salukami with just 2 air speeders and a Rebel trooper. Because it's basically a 50-50 shot, and then it just comes down to who actually has the best units. And you don't become loyal to the rebellion just because rebel troops go there. Oh, game. Game. Well, I definitely want to gain loyalty with somebody. And that's going to require General Regan. And then I guess we just save the other leaders to do other things? Maybe? I'm not really sure what the rebellion can do at this point. Because the Empire hasn't even started sniffing around this direction yet. And until that starts happening, there's really not much for them to worry about. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I don't know where this Imperial fleet is going, right? It could be just headed up to take out Nal Hutta. It could be going for Kashyyyk. There's many places this fleet could be going. And I just don't know where it is going. This is not a fight that we would win normally. 1 Mon Cala cruiser versus a Star Destroyer and a TIE Fighter. But I really won't win 3 Star Destroyers and a whole shit ton of TIE Fighters. That's really not happening. And losing Rhodia doesn't hurt us. And neither would losing Bothawi even worse than already has it. So I think we will try that. And we can even use our It's a Trap card. And hope that that works out okay. So I'm not going to use any other missions. I'm going to save everybody else for other purposes. Okay. Done. The Empire. We definitely know we're gonna nuke some shit. We've got to let Tarkin fire the Death Star. It's too perfect. What is this? Hunt them down. I'm going to use Construct Factory because I want to get rid of that sabotage, and then I can use it to build some other things. And General Taga can do that. I kind of want to get some more project cards if we can. I do want to rule by fear. Because remember, once we get loyalty on a system, we can pull troops off of it. And like Mustafar right now is kind of being wasted. So we will assign probably Vader. That'll make sure that it happens. And then we're going to get 2 cards. I feel worn down enough that I want to use everybody else here to move units. Oh, Boba Fett can't do that. Boba Fett can't move units. I guess I could use Interrogation. I get to know what their secrets are. That's worthwhile. Boba Fett can interrogate the leader. And let me just double check. Against a captured leader means... Okay. So I think unless it deliberately says you get to use all your skill icons, you only get to use the ones that would be applicable. So interrogating Mothma would actually work. They had to send somebody else to oppose it, basically. Okay. Command phase time. Admiral Akbar is going to move a Mon Cala cruiser into Bothawi.
Several fighters have broken off from the main group. Come with me.
Oh, damn it. I keep forgetting that's got to be off because I probably just got copyright claimed again. Oh, well. I'm also going to play It's a Trap, which means they can't play any Space Tactic cards. They're going to send the Emperor to oppose. And each side does get 3 Space Tactics cards. What the fuck happened? You gave me... Oh, I see what's happening. I see exactly what is happening here. It thinks that there's 4 hands that can accept cards. Let's just go ahead and hit... yeah, these all get returned. And all of you. And all of you. So I'm gonna go... Oh, you know what? I wonder if there... Is there a button? Yeah, here we go. There we go, that's a problem. And 1, 2, 3. And then I get 1 ground tactic. I think the Emperor gets 2. Oh no, wait, there are no ground tactics because there's no ground battle. Because the rebels don't have any units. So that just doesn't happen. Okay. So I already played It's a Trap. which means that the Emperor can't use any space tactics this first battle, or this first round, basically. Now, this could still go very, very badly, obviously, but it is worth the risk if it can be managed. What do I have in terms of space tactic cards? I'm going to play Critical Hit. And I'm going to play Reroll Dice, because I need this to be as good as it possibly can be. It's a special. Let's go ahead and maybe play block damage, but first let's get damage assigned. So we're gonna do this, plus I get 1 direct damage. They got just 3 hits, so get damage tokens here. Now, the good news is, of course, that the Mon Cala Cruiser takes red damage, so the black damage is just not going to happen. And we're going to go ahead and play our last tactic card. We're going to get the most out of this we possibly can when it can't be opposed, so that only 1 damage will actually be dealt. In return, we do 2 damage to the Star Destroyer. Game, please stop. And 1 damage to the TIE Fighter. So then we're gonna hit clear unused damage. And then we're gonna hit resolve and resolve. But now the Emperor can use tactics cards, so this is still not going to be an easy fight. And the Emperor's tactics cards are 1 damage to up to 2 different ships, cannot block damage, and discard a card to deal damage, or to block damage. Okay. We're going to hit roll. And we're going to hit roll. Okay. So first, the Rebel player does get to draw a space tactic card. And it lets him re-roll, so he's going to go ahead and play that right now, and he's going to re-roll the other 2 dice. Because he basically needs either red hits or direct hits. Got him another special, I guess. So he'll take another space tactic card. That's a useful card, but not so useful. So this black die doesn't do any good. Like, he can do 1 damage to the Mon Cala Cruiser, but I think preventing damage is more important. So he's going to play out maneuver. And then he's going to discard this onslaught card. And that basically means that the 1 hit won't hit, but his hits won't hit either. It is what it is. Because this card didn't need a special, though, he can draw another space tactic card, which he will. Oh, man, I wish he had that one. Oh, well. So basically what this means is that none of the hits actually get resolved. So we just clear the dice and we do it again. And space dice, and space dice, and roll. And roll. Alright. So the Rebels did get a hit. That actually matters. So we're gonna go ahead and get damage icons. Notice, oh, the other 2 are misses anyway. They got a red hit, but they did not get a special, which is actually what they really wanted. Because if they'd gotten a special, they could have used Take It Down. But alas, didn't work. So, damage assigned. Damage assigned. And clear. And clear. Now, the Empire has a very important decision to make. They could choose to retreat. If they choose to retreat, it goes into the system you want to retreat into, right? Or retreating is under combat. That makes sense. Oh, pardon me. And an adjacent system. Okay. So, that actually makes it really stupid for them to retreat, and I'm going to tell you why. So it has to be someone that already has his units in it, right? That only means he can return to Malister, which would basically stop the Empire from moving any ships there. Because remember, you can't move out of a system with a leader in it. So yeah, they're just going to have to keep fighting. Even though it's looking like they will lose their Star Destroyer. But anything can happen. It's still very much anybody's fight. Space dice roll. There you go. Okay. So they did get a red hit. And a black hit, which doesn't do them any good. But it is what it is. They get a direct hit. And they get to use Take It Down. Which they're definitely going to do. And because they have two specials and they don't know what cards might be heaping, they're going to say no blocking damage either. So that's going to be... delete that, please. 1, 2. So this is actually going to be maximum destruction because both ships are going to get wrecked. Unless the Mon Cala cruiser is stronger than I think it is, which it is not, and the Star Destroyer does take 4 damage, so... And there we go. So, however, at this point, the Rebel player says, that was worth it to me. Rebel Assault. That's another reputation. And turn complete. The Empire is like, you know what, you little shits? We've had enough of your bullshit. Super Laser Online. We then destroy Endor, which is just glorious. I absolutely love that it's destroyed now. The Rebel would say, okay, but the Rebel base wasn't on Endor. He's like, that's fine. And something here gets loyalty, and he's going to make sure that Mustafar stays loyal to the Empire. You can scan it for the Rebel base again, but I mean, there's literally nobody there. So, that was a very explosive turn. Get it? Get it? Okie dokie. The rebels are going to reveal Obi-Wan. And he is going to go try to rescue Mon Mothma. Where is she again? Where'd she go? Oh, she's right there. Okay. Go save her, Obi-Wan. So it's not attempted against the leader. The question is, do they want to oppose it? And it takes diplomacy. It's not really good use of Colonel Yularen, to be honest with you. It's not very likely that it would matter. Even under the best of circumstances, so... yeah, they're just gonna let it happen, basically. And then she is rescued. If you're rescued, do you get the leader back immediately? Or do you have to wait till your next turn? Last time it didn't matter, because she got captured again almost as soon as she got rescued. Oh, it goes into the rebel base space. I see. Well, then that would have stopped what happened last time. Whoopsie. Oh, well. So you are back to the rebel base. Congratulations, Mon Mothma. And most importantly, we get to draw an objective card, and that's really what I wanted. Oh my god, I did it again. I freaking did it again. Why do I keep doing that? And then I am going to take all of these. This Heart of the Empire card is just going to go on top here. The others are going to get shuffled. Oh no, this one also goes there too, I guess. I'll shuffle the 2 ones. And then we're going to click Draw an Objective card. Annoying. And that's thrown into the appropriate hand, and what do we get? If at least 4 rebel systems contain a rebel unit. Okay, that's kind of cool. That might be doable. And then their turn is complete. The Empire definitely wants to get these forces out of freaking Mallister so that they can actually do something useful later on. And they probably want to move into Sullust as well. So the question is, where would they like to go? They really have any number of good options. So eventually, what the Empire wants to do is take Mon Calamari. Or Mustafar, or Utapau. Or sorry, Utapau, not Mustafar. If they want to make more Star Destroyers, or Super Star Destroyers, that's where they'd want to go. And most importantly, it takes that capability away from the Rebels. Something else the Empire very much needs to start doing though, is they need to start spreading out and covering other systems. They unfortunately have not taken Alderaan. They've been looking at Alderaan places. Sorry. Not sorry. They also want to take Ord Mantell at some point. This part of the galaxy needs to be controlled. I think Toydaria makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, there's always a chance that there could be rebels on Utapau. In which case, I just build a ship on Geonosis and we go take it. And that would be a very good thing for us to have. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to play Soontir Fel. And he is going to go here to Toydaria. And we're going to bring in a Star Destroyer. Oh, okay, the second leader then go to Rhodia. That's right. You can't move out of a system with a leader in it, but you can, yeah. Yeah, because it works like basically like a giant vacuum cleaner. We're gonna take some TIE fighters, thusly. And we're gonna take a stormtrooper, just the one, so we can get subjugation here. And we know that Toy Daria is not the rebel base. Okay. And then next turn, we can try to wreck Rhodia using some of the other forces here. Because Malster doesn't... Oh no, Malster is not loyal to the Empire. I mean, one AT-AT can probably take out 2 rebel troopers, right? Right? Anyway. That is the Empire's turn. Back to the rebel scum. Let's build an alliance. That's Imperial loyalty. I could basically make Mandalore neutral, but I can't make it loyal. I could make Mallister loyal, but there's no rebel units there, so that's a little bit harder to manage. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could make Seleucami neutral or make Mandalore neutral, and that'll basically stop them from removing their units there. It say units or ground units? Yeah, it just says units. So that's cool. But we're probably better off trying to make somewhere that isn't loyal right now. And I really want airspeeders. I think that's going to be really important. Oh, what is Yellow Square? Yellow Square is... Oh my gosh, let's get Megiddo. Sorry, I should have put her there, and then I need to give them a chance to stop it if they want to. They're not going to use Colonel Yularen, though, because they can't. That's not that kind of mission. So that is some nice loyalty there. Also, low-key, if they can get loyalty and Ord Mantell, that'll actually accomplish their mission. Although it wasn't really my intention, but I completely forgot that Megiddo could be a really cool system to have. Next, we are going to... Do we attack Rhodia? Or Kashyyyk? I mean, here's the downside. If we attack Rhodia, we know we're going to fight Obi-Wan. Whereas Kashyyyk at least offers a better chance of success. And it leads us into Alderaan. Although we could also do Alderaan from Coruscant. Or we could just take Kessel. Oh no, we can't because we're going from Mallister. Yeah, see, Rhodia's only really isn't really a path to anything. We really need some transports in the Mustafar system so we can start pushing in that direction. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, let's do Kashyyyk because it leaves us bordering 2 other systems we can easily take so we can leapfrog. So we're gonna take... oh no, actually. Why would I take the Star Destroyer? I'll just take, Colonel Colonel Yularen. And we're going to send the AT-AT and 3 TIE fighters along with the assault carrier. Thus leaving the rest of this to go after... assault carrier can carry 4 troops, right? Yeah. Thus leaving a pretty potent force to go punch out Rhodia once they get some ground reinforcements. So that's really good. So, the rebels need to commit a leader. And was it ever going to be anyone other than Chewie? Of course not. So, there will be no space battle because the rebels don't have a space unit. So we're only going to be getting ground tactics cards. Yeah, please do all the things. Okay. So that's going to be 2 ground tactics for Colonel Yularen and 2 for the Chewie one. I don't know why I said the Chewie one. That's kind of yikes, but whatever. So the Imperials are the attackers, so we're going to go to their side of the board. Ground dice. Ground dice. Anything you want to play before we roll? These are both kind of dumb. Let's roll. Okay. Do the rebels want to use any special abilities here? That doesn't help. 1 damage to 2 different ground units is actually pretty strong. They're going to assign 1 damage to... so first of all, everyone gets their damage. The Imperial player will play Concentrate Fire to reroll this die. Actually, he's going to reroll both these dice because they don't have any red units, so red dice do no good to them. That doesn't really help. And then you get 1 additional because of playing that unit. So that is 1 there. And 1 there. And then you get 1 there. Clear that unused damage, please. So we're going to do resolve. And clear. Resolve and clear. So remember, the AT-AT can only take 3 damage. This could actually be quite bad. But I have faith in my units. And also, I can't retreat them because I don't have any leaders left. So we're going to do clear. When clear, we're going to do ground. And ground. And roll. And roll. So, they did get a special, which means they could draw a ground attack card if they wanted to. Let's see what... Like, there's no reason not to do it, right? There's no reason not to draw a ground attack card. And it didn't help. But that direct hit sure will. Goodbye, Rebel Trooper. Victory for the Empire. We have now subjugated Kashyyyk. I'm just going to pick him up and put him... I'm going to put him over here and then over here. And we're going to scan for the rebel base. And it is not on Kashyyyk, but then again, we already knew that because of our probe card. Okay. So... that is it for the Imperial player's turn. Back to the Rebels. And they're going to play this mission of Leia's. She's wanting to steal plans. So she is going to steal plans from it's any Imperial system, right? Within Imperial units. Alright, let's go to Corellia. Just to make it extra spicy. They cannot oppose. They don't have any free leaders, so it automatically succeeds. So I get to look at the top 4 cards here, and I get to put them anywhere I want to. Okay, this one is pretty great. So I'm going to put you on the top. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sorry, that actually puts that toward the bottom, doesn't it? Hang on. Yeah, I actually want that one because we're going to do... This one's going to be really hard. This one is tricky. And then I'm going to put you on the top. Okay, that is going to conclude the Rebel player's turn. Next, the Empire decides if they want to go, what they want to do next. We're going to reveal Boba Fett. Oh, no, we're not. That's stupid. We're not going to do that because I can't interrogate a leader that's not captured. Instead, we're going to use Construct Factory. And we're going to go to Corellia. We're going to remove this stupid sabotage marker. And we get to put a Star Destroyer and a TIE Fighter. On the build queue in position 3. One Destroyer of Z-Stars. And turn complete. The Rebels have to decide, am I going to move units or am I going to do something else? 4 Rebel systems have a Rebel unit. So Mygeeto is a Rebel system with no Rebel unit. Mandalore is not a Rebel system. So I have 4 Rebel systems with a Rebel unit right now. Nalhada, Rhodia, Mon Calamari, and Utapau. So I don't want to move any of them. I like this actually being here because it basically stops them from putting any units on Mandalore. That's pretty spicy. And it's only cost me an X-Wing to do it. So that's pretty good. I mean, I could put a couple of X-Wings in Dagobah, and that would give us some abilities to maybe raid an assault carrier down the line. I'll do that. Right, yes. And you're going to go 1 and 2. And that concludes the Rebel player's turn. So the Empire, what's basically going to happen is this is just going to go back in our hand. But we will rule by fear. And it gains 1 Imperial loyalty, right? Yeah. So I could basically make Bespin not Rebel loyalty, which means if we lose, it just becomes neutral. If we leave, it just becomes neutral, sorry. But then again, there's also making, like, Mallister loyal to the Empire. And I think that's a little bit more important just because it's so strategic. So we're going to do that. And then the Rebel player has to pass. And the Imperial player is going to pass because he's not going to use that last thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't put Lord Vader in Mallister, which I should have done. Oh well. So the Rebel player is going to hit the pass button, as is the Imperial player. Okay, do you wish to reveal any objectives, Rebel player? And the Rebel player says, yes, I do. I would like to reveal defend the people. Which earns us 1 reputation. We have 4 rebel systems that contain rebel. Remember, this is not a system. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, unit means any kind of unit. It could be ground or air unless it's specified. So the presence of this X-Wing in Utapau means that we succeed. So that's going to be a pretty glorious 10th reputation. The rebels are doing fairly well, but could be doing better. Everyone gets their leaders back. Okay, rebels get to recruit. Oh, dang. I can use Han Solo to get Calrissian. That's too good. And then you get to recruit a leader. Okay. General Veers is one of their best ground generals, and that card is really powerful. Then again, we're always kind of hurting for logistics people, because you can't run many of our special projects without them. That's a good question. Place it on any system. Then move you from adjacent systems to this system. We're gonna go with this guy. And that's Han Solo, and that is Admiral Ursula. I keep forgetting I have these cards. I should be definitely using these. Okay, are the rebel units to deploy? There are no rebel units to deploy. But there are some Imperial units to deploy. Are any of them ships? No, it's an AT-AT, a 2 TIE fighters, and a Stormtrooper. Okay. Well, I definitely want the AT-AT on Toydaria. And let's also put a Stormtrooper on Toydaria. We're gonna put the 2 TIE fighters somewhere like Kashyyyk, because then we can just quickly motor in and take out that annoying X-Wing that's been stopping us from building up at Mandalore. And that is complete. Alright, this will be the last round of this episode, by the way. We're not going to win this game one way or the other by then, so that's fine. So I'm going to play this immediately. I'm going to play an old friend, which means I get Lando Calrissian in Han Solo's system. So we're going to go to Bespin with Han. This is not kind of assigning my leader, by the way. And then I get Lando Calrissian. Where are you, my leader dude? Here we go. Search. Oh my god, I hit deal. No, I didn't. Search. Lando. That means I can't use Han Solo this turn as regular leader, but it's giving me an extra leader, and that's pretty great. Alright. Easiest of easy choices. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really spicy. Okay. But no, this is the big one. We're going to do a Wookie Uprising using the Chewie one. That's easy choice. We're then going to use... Oh, damn, son. That's really cool. I'm not going to get maximum ability out of that one, so that's not as great. Let's do Build Alliance. And it's gotta be Mon Mothma, because it's what she exists for. Let's do Infiltration. I haven't done that one in a while. Here we go. And then... Hidden Fleet. Lets you move units from the Rebel base, as long as there's no Rebel fleet there. Imperial fleet there. There is some value in that card, right? Because right now these units sitting at the Rebel base aren't doing anybody any good. And... I mean, grabbing a cruiser, 2 Y-Wings and an X-Wing, or a cruiser Corvette and 2 X-Wings, or 2 Y-Wings, so we have a pretty potent force to take down, say, a Star Destroyer. And I see this fleet building up in Toydaria. They could go to Kessel just because it's easy, or they could try to punch out Nal Hutta, which would actually hurt me worse. Because Nal Hutta gives me troops and an X-Wing, and Kessel would only give me troops. Look, the other thing we could do, we could just make Mon Calamari tanky as fuck. Oh, but it is units, right? No, but if I did that, then I couldn't leave Mon Calamari. I could only strengthen it for right now. Not great. Not great. And you also want to make sure the Rebel base is very well defended. If you take too much out, you can actually hurt yourself down the line. What I'm going to do... Oh, you know the best play time to use the Hidden Fleet? Is if the Death Star is undefended and you get the card that lets you kill the Death Star. That's pretty solid, I'm gonna say. Is there another mission that I want to do here? I don't really want to do lead the strike team. We're in transport restrictions and adjacency. I mean, I can just instantly take a planet. Like Ryloth. Is it worth it? I mean, it would annoy the Empire. And that, I mean, that by itself is always worth doing, right? I could take Ord Mantell. That would be funny. That would just annoy the shit out of the Empire. But then again, it also risks making the Empire think, hey, wait a minute. Why would they go over there? Cato Neimoidia actually makes more sense. It basically forces them to commit to taking it back if they want it back. But this is a card that goes away, right? I don't really want to burn that. I think I'd rather sabotage. It's a barrage. And you can do it, Regan. No, you can't. Leia can do it. Regan is more useful as a general. Okay, Rebel assignment's done. The Galactic Empire. First of all... Oh, gee, they're not on Corellia. Thanks, game. Geonosis and Alderaan. I already knew they weren't on either world, so... Notice we are getting to the point where there's a lot fewer places they could be. Taking Cato Nemodia actually has to be a priority for us, because that's a possible world that the rebels could be on, and just being there is one less place they could go, right? Okay. So what missions are worth assigning? I definitely want secret weapons research. I want to fire the Death Star again. Admiral Ozzel, you can do that. Okay, intercept transmission is really strong. Let me... That's the one I want, right? Yeah. That takes eyeballs. Takes intelligence. Let's use Colonel Yularin to do that one. Okay. I'm then gonna play a scouting mission out of my hand. I get to use Sontarfell, or Sontirfell? Suntirfell. And I get to move 4 TIE fighters to any system. So we're gonna go, just because I'm fucking sick of these jerks, here, and I'm gonna grab the 4 TIE fighters from Corellia. We'll resolve combat after we're done assigning all the other missions here. Is there another card here I'd like to play? I could do catch them by surprise. And do I ignore transport? No, I don't ignore transport. And I don't want to move off Kashyyyk, because I'd lose it. Yeah, I don't think that's really helpful right now. Oh no, although... No, there's no transports in that system, so I can't do that. We're probably going to want to move the fleet into Mandalore, so we can get a ship there for a future turn. I mean, I could just go... Nope, I can't do that either. I don't have a transport. Damn it. I could here... But, like, taking Kessel isn't that big a deal to me. Although Kessel could be the rebel base. So maybe that is actually worthwhile. Like, doing it before the Empire, they can react. So, we're going to use Catch Him by Surprise. Oh, no, wait, I can't use him, can I? I've already have him assigned to a thing, so never mind. I didn't say that. Nah, I really want a lot of movement this turn. So I'm just going to quickly peek here. Hunt them down is pretty great, but it's also not super relevant. Let's try to capture somebody with Boba Fett. Because remember, Boba Fett is useless in combat. He can't fight. And then homing beacon, but I can't do that one. I'd have to commit too many leaders to it. Is there anyone here who can't fight or move units? No, there is not. So then we are done assigning people. Before anything else happens, we have to resolve the combat in Mandalore. So the million-dollar question is, do I want to waste a rebel leader just to save one X-Wing? And the answer is no, I do not. So you're going to go ahead and draw 2 space tactics as the Empire, and we're just going to duke it out. Like, short of getting the 1 tactics card that would let them instantly flee, there's really very little that the Rebel can do to save this X-Wing. Yeah. Unless they can block damage, there's no point. So they're going to lose a TIE fighter, but they're also going to kill the X-Wing. So that's actually worth it. Boop. And get yourself some damage, and boop. That's alright. And then we're gonna do... And a glorious victory for the Empire. Okay. So, it is now the Rebellion's turn. And I really don't want them getting forces to Kashyyyk before I can respond. On the other hand, it is fighting an AT-AT, but nonetheless, we're going to reveal. Oh! That is actually very different than I thought it said, but still great, because they can still take down an AT-AT. Is it worth spending Vader to save Kashyyyk? I don't think it is. I don't think it is worthwhile. It's is it 4 health of ground units or 4 health of units? So the AT-AT takes how much damage to kill? 3. So it's one of those in a TIE fighter. For free, basically. Ooh. Or I could take down the assault carrier and 2 TIE fighters. No, I'd probably take down the AT-AT because they're much harder to kill. And then they can move in and take it later. Is it worth burning Vader for a chance to stop this mission? And remember, because Chewie's picture is on this mission, he gets to roll 5 dice and not 3. They're not great odds. But... So let's think as the Imperial player, right? One thing we're definitely going to do is we're going to move forces from Kashyyyk to Seleucami, so that A, we can take out this annoying X-Wing, but B, more importantly, it gets us in a position where we can then start planning a future invasion of Mon Calamari. And it just gives us more flexibility. There's really no reason not to do that. That's one thing to consider. The downside, the real reason to do so is this card is gone forever once it's played. Where else are we going to want to move to? I don't like our chances of 1 ATST versus 2 Rebel Troopers on Rhodia. I'd want more than that. We need to get more transports, essentially. That's what's really holding us back right now. I'm eventually going to want to move the Death Star into a position to actually do some serious damage. That's going to take at least 2 turns, though. tempting. I think they're going to want to move 4 fleets. So as annoying as this would be, it would be much more annoying to... it would be much more annoying to do anything else. So we're going to go ahead and remove the AT-AT and the TIE Fighter. It does mean that it becomes a rebel system again, but that's not really enough, because they're going to pull out anyway. So that's the end of their turn. Alright, let's go ahead and start moving some shit, and let's start fucking people up. Toydaria is not loyal to the Empire. They should be, but they're not. Like, I'm honestly just gonna attack Kessel. I don't really see a reason not to. Especially because Kessel is a place that might be the rebel base. So we're gonna do that. We are going to grab ourselves our poopiest leader. Hi there, General Tog. And we're gonna go up to Kessel. And we're gonna bring 2 stormtroopers, the Star Destroyer, and 2 TIE Fighters. Rebel base isn't in Kessel. That's fine. We kind of suspected it wouldn't be. That concludes the Empire's turn. Rebel turn. Do we move up these 2 units to defend Seleucami? The space of Seleucami, more specifically. I don't think we do. I kind of want to keep people behind to oppose missions if missions come up. Let's reveal our next mission. We would like to infiltrate a system with an Imperial unit. Infiltrate Bothawui. And the Empire is going to be like, I'm not going to waste a system stopping you from looking at your objective cards. Go for it. And one goes to the top, one goes to the bottom. I don't love this card, but it is worth 2 points, so I guess that's more useful. So turn complete. Which populated systems do we not know about yet? We don't know about Nalhada or Mon Calamari. We don't know whether they're on Felucia. We could go for Rhodia. But that would be a difficult fight when I don't have enough reinforcements to make that happen. Gonna be transports around Ryloth. I do have transports around Bespin. So I think Malister to Kato Nemodia has to happen. So again, I'm going to pick a relatively weak leader to lead that force because it's going to be unopposed. We're going to take ATST, Star Destroyer, and 2 fighters. Scan, no rebel base. Pretty predictable, but you never know. And turn complete. Now the rebels don't know what the Imperials know about who is where. If they could take Geonosis, that would be pretty solid, but unlikely to happen. Let's reveal Leia's mission to do some sabotage, and we're gonna go after Corellia again. And the thing is, the Empire really doesn't need Star Destroyers right now. They're just gonna say, yeah, do what you want, man. It's just not annoying enough to stop them. Actually, no, it stops people from deploying, doesn't it? So actually, we're gonna get real jerkish. How about no forces on Seleucami? That means they can't ever deploy more units there. And that's not great news for the Empire. It's still not enough to actually oppose it, but, you know. Want to get them forces moved. Let's go ahead and have Palpatine move the Death Star. It's kind of a waste of a leader, but if we're ever going to get in a position to hurt anything else, we really need to get it moving. At least now we could go waste Hoth if we wanted to, although it would be kind of silly to do it, we could. So that's the Imperial player's turn. And the Rebels are going to reveal their final mission, which is build an alliance. And they're going to attempt it in... Wouldn't Alderaan be annoying? But it's not as helpful as... Actually, is there a better place to go? Ord Mantell. So we're going to go to Ord Mantell. And now the Empire has to decide, is it worth opposing that? Can we move anywhere else that would have a positive outcome in terms of getting us people moved around? Not really. Like, I could move the forces that are currently in Kessel to Toydaria, or Bothawui, but it doesn't really move the needle, because there's no, like, rebel forces in the area. But it's not doing any good where it is right now, but at least stops them from resupplying their forces on Kashyyyk. It's just not worth it. It is not worth wasting Vader and his ability to move troops over Ord Mantell. So we're going to say, yes, that's fine, and then Ord Mantell becomes loyal to the rebellion. And that concludes their turn. Okay, we're not going to move Vader yet. We're going to start using some of our missions. Beginning with going to Coruscant and getting 2 project cards. And the ability to fire the Death Star. We can make a new Super Star Destroyer. That's just a good card. The Rebels. Now, the Rebels don't have the same problem that the Empire does. Their forces are fairly well spread out. They could fly to Mustafar. Because there is a reputation unless you let you destroy the Death Star. But I don't feel the need to do that right now. We could reinforce Sullust, but one of our secret weapons right now is in the mental game. There's a fair chance that the Empire believes that the Rebel base is on Mon Calamari. I've spent a lot of time defending it this entire game, and not just because it's a pretty sweet place to have a base. It also lets me build more Mon Calamari cruisers. We could... Let's go ahead and use General Regan to move a single X-Wing from Utapau over to Dagobah. Because there's no transports in the area right now, so... No, I can't do that. That's a waste of my unit. I'm just going to pass. And then just keep these in reserve to oppose missions as needed. Next we're going to use Boba Fett to capture an Imperial or a Rebel operative, and we're going to try to capture Mon Mothma again. Now they could send somebody to oppose this mission, like Admiral Akbar. No, you can't. It's a punchy mission. So it'd really be General Regan. I mean, it's worth trying. I believe if you're attempting to capture a leader, you can still send somebody like normal. Just the leader opposes two. Yeah, you can send another leader. You know what? There's really very little risk in doing this. We're going to go ahead and send General Regan to oppose the mission to capture Mon Mothma yet again. So there goes Boba Fett. So what's going to happen is Boba Fett gets to roll 3 dice and Regan gets to roll 1. We're just going to do it this way. And they succeed. So the mission goes off, and Mon Mothma is captured. Poor Mon Mothma, she just keeps getting captured. Republic player's already passed, so we take a new turn. And then we reveal Colonel Yularen. And we're going to attempt this in any Rebel system. We'll do it in Mygeeto. So, this is where Obi-Wan Kenobi comes in. It says, I'm opposing the shit out of this mission. So each side's going to roll 3 dice. I'm just doing it in one panel because it's easier. So black represents the Empire, red represents the Rebellion. Okay, so the Rebels got 2 specials and a direct hit. That's worth 5. They got 2 hits. That's worth 2. The mission fails. So that was a very smart decision to keep that leader in reserve. So lastly, we're going to use Vader, and we're going to move some stuff into a place where it can be useful. We're going to move this Star Destroyer from Corellia to Sullust. Turn complete and pass. Now, can the Rebelist Rebel complete a mission? There is a captured Rebel leader, so he can't play no, leave no one behind. And there is no region that has all Rebel systems that are... Wait, yes, there is. Oh my goodness. I'd completely missed this. Mygeeto and Ord Mantell. Yeah, they get to play this card now. That was... I completely missed that. Nice work. The Imperials have to discard a mission, it looks like. That's discard 2 in point of fact. Imperial propaganda is quite spicy. Like, I'm not giving up my ability to fire the Death Star. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to discard Homing Beacon, just because it's kind of a pain in the butt to be successful on it. Display of power. I think I'm going to discard Interrogation too. That's the other one that I don't think is super helpful. And then hit done. Okay, we get to do some building. Great news. Oh, do we want the shield generator or the ion cannon? So the ion cannon would really help in the rebel base. As with the shield generator, let's get the ion cannon. And let's get an X-wing there, and let's get a transport and an X-wing and a Y-wing. That makes sense. And we'll hit build. So you always delete these ones. Here we're going to delete the Mon Cala cruiser and one of the Corvettes because you can't have over the maximum. Okay. Now the Empire gets to build. They literally just click the button though. They don't really get to pick. They don't make any choices really. The one thing I've ever run out of in this game is Stormtroopers and TIE Fighters. Those are both pretty easy to forget about. Okay. The Rebels do get some stuff to deploy, which is great news. They are going to begin by deploying an X-Wing and this Corvette to Mon Calamari. They're going to put 2 Rebel troopers on Kashyyyk. Oh, no, wait, they can't do that because these would interdict units getting it. So we're going to put 2 on Utapau then. And then everyone else goes to the Rebel base, I think. There we go. And deployed. The Galactic Empire. So I need to decide where I'm putting my Superstar Destroyer. Oh, damn it. I forgot to fight in Seleucami. That was dumb. Man. Alright. I'm going to put the Superstar Destroyer in Mandalore. And let's throw in another ATST. That's pretty strong. Next, I need... I'm going to put 2 Stormtroopers on Mallister. Two Toydaria. No, check that. 2 on Kessel. Or wait, did I have another ATST? I did. I'd much rather have that on Toydaria, or on Kessel, because we're going to be invading Nalhutta quite soon. And then you jerks can go to Geonosis. That seems good. Okay. Deployment complete. Okay, Alderaan and Geonosis are both not rebel controlled. I already knew that, but thanks, game. That is going to conclude this episode, however. By the way, I haven't talked about this yet. You see this symbol and this symbol? This tells you this is recruit, this is build units. You will notice that there are no more recruit missions. Next episode will be the final episode of this game, however. The rebels are in fairly decent shape. But all it takes is the Empire getting a bit squirrely, and things could go very, very badly for them. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting conclusion. I think the rebels do have this fairly well in hand. If they can get even a point of reputation, that could go a very long way to guaranteeing a victory. But the game's only going to last 3 more turns. It doesn't really make sense to sacrifice much just in the name of taking additional places here. This is going to be a tough fight in Nalhutta. We might need additional transports. Where do you build transports again? It's the blue circle. I have just not been getting assault carrier planets. Wait, why didn't I get one? Is there a bug in the game where it's not giving me assault carriers? I should have gotten one on Toydaria. Oh, no, it's not a bug. It's not a bug. They're being built, they just take a while to get there. That's right. This next turn is going to be really big, though. As we've got not 1, but 2 assault carriers. Can you kindly move that, like, right there? Thanks, mate. There we go. Yeah. This next turn could be massive for us. And I'm pretty pumped for that. For the Empire. Because let's say that we do discover that the Empire, that the rebels are on Dantooine. Let's just suppose at some point that that's something we decide to start investigating. If that were to happen, the rebels do get the chance to try to move away. But they're restricted in where they can move to. And that's what makes it tricky. They can't move anywhere with an Imperial unit on it. So as long as they don't have anywhere else to go, that becomes a serious issue. But that's going to be it for next time, or for this time. Please join us next week where we'll conclude Star Wars Rebellion. But until then, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day. May the Force be with you.